Last night, President Trump talked about the possibility. He talked about the possibility of undocumented immigrants earning a pathway to what he calls legal status, not citizenship, but legal status. First of all, do you know what that means and your thoughts on that proposal?
Well, we certainly want to see a pathway to citizenship, but I think if you look at what President Bush looked at and what I've been saying as a compromise is to look at legalization. Basically, what that means that people can't stay here. They can come out of the shadows. They can go work, not worry about being deported. But the legal system will pick them up to become a citizen later on in life. That's a compromise that some of us have been talking about. And if he's serious about that, then we ask President Trump, give us a proposal, give us your language so we can go ahead and get this started. My only fear is that the U.S. Senate has twice passed comprehensive immigration reform. The House twice in the last 10 years has rejected it. So I think his problem is going to be not with Democrats, but with Republicans.
Well, do you think that the president actually tried to hand you an olive branch? I mean, the Democrats, as far as this immigration issue is concerned, with that pathway to legal status?
Well, again, we want to see deeds and action and not words, because keep in mind that when he has said things in the past, his staff will come back and say, oh, don't take him literally. So assuming that he did mean that literally, then I think we can find a way that we can work together. As I've said from the very beginning, when he first got sworn in on January the 20th, I said, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. But as you know, I mean, he's been taking certain actions that have just been, quite honest, in many ways unconstitutional. So again, I will give him the benefit of the doubt, and I think we can try to find a way to work forward if he will work with us and really mean that he wants to work with us.
And Congressman, President Trump got a standing ovation from Republicans when he said again yesterday that he was for repealing and replacing Obamacare, not revising it, not making it better, nothing like this, that some Republicans have even said that they want to try and do. But President Trump once again said he wants to repeal and replace Obamacare. Your thoughts on that? How do you think it will be funded? Your thoughts?
Well, there's 20 million Americans that now have health care because of the affordable health care. There are over 100 million that have protections from pre-existing illnesses and other good things about the law that we have. The Republicans for the last 6 years have been talking about repealing and replacing, well, actually just repealing. Now they're talking about replacing it. I'm open to see what they have to say. If they have a better way providing health care, then let's take a look at it. But again, for 6 years they've been talking about it and they still can't find something better. As long as it's better coverage, as long as it continues covering at least the 20 million individuals that have the coverage, as long as it's accessible, let's take a look at it. But we haven't seen anything in concrete. It's just campaign promises that we've seen for the last 6 years.
And once again, Congressman, President Trump said he was going to build the wall, and that not only that he was going to build the wall, but he says that, there's a lot of other lawmakers that say there's different ways to do this. There's more technology that can be used. But he seems to be insistent on building a wall, a great wall, as he says, along the U.S.-Mexico border. Do you think this is a reality, first of all, and how do you think this would be funded?
Well, first of all, we're looking at $21.6 billion. Now, where do we come up with $21.6 billion? I sit in the Homeland Appropriations where this funding will come in. We just haven't seen that type of money to do that. The wall, the fence is a 14th century solution to a 21st century problem. Quite honestly, just recently, he made a request to move $20 million from the existing funds to work on a fence He's going to try to do a little bit of work, either repair what's there, but he's not going to have a fence or a wall for the full 1,954 miles of border that we have with Mexico. It's not understanding the border. We all want to have a secure border, but we feel there's other ways of securing the border instead of a 14th century solution called a wall. It's a feel-good solution. That's all it is.